Good evening, Mr. Arun. Let's start.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. I welcome all the dignified participants to the 122nd web training series of CBSE Bharat Sahodaya. Now it's my pleasure to introduce today's moderator, Ms. Himani Bakshi. Ms. Himani has a decade of experience as a teacher of English language and literature. She is a master in English literature from the prestigious Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. She has been actively involved in promoting holistic education and experiential learning among students. She is currently working as a high school teacher of English language and literature at Modern School, Bharagamba Road, New Delhi, and she's also the subject coordinator of classes 6 to 10. Ms. Bakshi has been training students for public speaking, theater, and various co-curricular activities. She recently rendered her service as observer in National Achievement Survey 2021 and was also a member of the result compilation panel of her school for class 10 CBSE board examination 2020. So Himani Bakshi ma'am, wholeheartedly I invite you to moderate this grand session. Please ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, Arun sir, for your kind words.
Always ma'am.
A very good evening, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam sir and CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex for giving me this opportunity to be the moderator of this session. I also extend a very warm welcome to all the participants. It is indeed a pleasure to have each one of you as an integral part of the webinar, as we embark together on this enlightening journey of an important discussion regarding the Art Integration Project and CBSE Kalasetu portal in the 122nd web training series. Continuing with its plethora of endeavors, the CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex, along with today's exceptionally talented resource person, Dr. Abdul Salam sir, will seek to provide valuable inputs in this session. Before we begin with today's webinar, there are a few things I'd like to brief you about. Kindly keep your device cameras switched on for the session. Any query in the midst of the session can be conveyed through the meeting chat box. In order to have an interactive experience, you may dispel your doubts by asking questions. Kindly virtually raise your hand and wait for your name to be called out for asking your query. The participants will have the opportunity to receive certificate only after filling up the certificate and feedback form, the link for which will be shared at the end of the session. Kindly stay connected till the end of the session. As a pedagogical initiative, CBSE has introduced art integrated learning in all its affiliated schools with an aim to facilitate teachers and principals for implementing art integrated learning as a pedagogical tool for helping students in learning in classroom situation, as well as building the joyful learning environment in the school. The art integration guidelines of the board enlist various suggestive activities, projects, assignments, and lesson plans. Accordingly, in minimum one project work of students from classes 1 to 10, it is mandatory to integrate any art form of the paired state or union territory as defined under Ek Bharat, Shreshth Bharat program. Schools need to submit the details of art integration project at the Kalasetu portal. To guide us with these pivotal parameters, we have Dr. Abdul Salam sir with us today, heading the session. Sir is the General Secretary of CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex and the Principal of the Oxford School, Trivandrum. Sir is also the CBSE Resource Person and CBSE Deputy Training Coordinator of Trivandrum Region. Dr. Abdul Salam sir is the founder of BTAG, that is Bharat Transformers Academic Group, which is a consortium of educators and the teaching fraternity across the globe. connecting them together to empower the nation. Sir, it is indeed a pleasure to have your gracious presence as the resource person for today's webinar. May I request Dr. Abdul Salam, sir, to take over the proceedings for the evening.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Himani. Hearty welcome to each and everyone who have, been associating with Bharat Sahodaya. Today, we thought this is something which, we have to discuss. This session is having two segments, art integration and CBSE Kalasetu portal. Ms. Hemani, am I pretty audible? If there is anything you can tell me.
Sir, you are audible.
All right, thank you. Well, this art integration, everybody must have done. And now this is too late to discuss too much about art integration. The time for us to discuss today is CBSE Kalasetu portal, how art integration activities and the data can be uploaded on CBSE Kalasetu portal. But still, here and there, we are receiving questions how this art can be integrated and how we have to go about from grade 1 to 12. So there is a bit of clarity required from us. So we thought we can hold a session. In fact, CBSE had a kind of a campaign last year in which I had conducted a training program on this particular topic for Trivandrum region. But still, new schools are there. Schools from the remote areas are there, so they need really they need help. That's the reason we are here. We do not claim that we are fully in mastery of the subject knowledge of CBSE Kalasetu, but in whichever way possible we will try to help you. But you can also share your thoughts with us, and this is a live interaction. We will not be taking too much time on presentation at all, but a kind of an idea and comprehensive idea is required in terms of art integration and Kalasetu. So we have a very small presentation, after which we'll go to discussions with you. You can ask your questions. Meanwhile, you can post your questions in the chat box. Ms. Himani will take care of it. At the end of the presentation, we will try to answer those questions. Most of the questions may be answered through the presentation itself. So I request Arun Mohan to share the screen. Yes, sir. Go to slideshow mode. Slideshow. Yes. Yeah. So let's quickly go through art integration and the related circulars and the related things. Next slide, can we have next slide? Yes. We have received lots of questions regarding art integration and Kalasetu portal, and we have selected, Ms. Himani helped me to select a few questions, as a summary of all the questions, and these are the questions which we will, discuss at the end of the presentation. Maybe this presentation may answer many of the questions. So next slide, please. Yeah. So we have, such questions, and this is the latest circulars issued by CBSE on February 4th this year, with regard to the mandatory uploading of art integration project and activities data in the CBSE Kalasetu portal. And I think this is the same thing which Himani was reading in the introductory part, which says about it has a reference to the earliest circulars issued by CBSE, especially with the circular number 33. So I don't think we have to ponder it a lot, and we can go to the next slide. Let's quickly go through a few, circulars issued by CBSE. In 2019, it begins with that the circulars are related to art integration and related activities. So the circular ACAD 05-2019 was stressing about outcome-based learning and CBE. So this was the very beginning of CBE, and which has a reference to art integrated learning to make learning very interesting and pleasant, a joyful experience. Followed by that, there was a circular academic 12. It is the same year, 2019. Art integrated learning as a pedagogical initiative. CBSE has instructed schools to use art integrated learning as a pedagogical tool. And again, followed by that, we had ACAD 22, 2019. Again, art integrated learning for experiential and joyful learning. This was stress on using art integrated learning for experiential learning. These all are connected to CBE, competency-based education. And lastly, that is with regard to art integrated learning, we had Circular 33, 2020. It has become mandatory for all classes to integrate art in their learning. So all art integrated project and art integrated learning from class 1 to 10 and 11 and 12. So for class 1 to 10, it is a part of SEA, that is subject enrichment activity. Next slide. Here we have two things: art integrated project, that means art education, and next is art integrated learning. So these are two things, which is what you call confined to different classes. We'll discuss. There is one art project that should be interdisciplinary for grade 1 to 8 for internal assessment. Next, again, art project each for each subject for grade 9 and 10. Everybody knows that. And minimum one project should be integrated with the art form of the pairing state or union territory under Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat for subject enrichment activities, which has 5 marks weightage. So here what we have to take care is one art project that is interdisciplinary for grade 1 to 8. Any one art project. We'll discuss more about grade 1 to 8, what is interdisciplinary, and we'll discuss. And next thing is art project for each subject. That is, if there are 5 subjects in grade 9 and 10, in each subject there should be an art project. And one of the 5, if you are taking, suppose you are taking 5 subjects, one of the 5 art projects should have integration of art with the art and culture of the pairing state. So that is it. Not all the art project of grade 9 and 10 should be paired with the pairing state. Any one of the 5 or 6, whichever, how many subjects you are choosing, you're taking, any one of the art projects should have integration with the arts and culture of the pairing state. Hope it is clear now. So next, another question. There so many we are asking. So when or what are the projects to be given to grade 11 and 12? That is where you have to see the difference. We have art integrated project from grade 1 to 10 and art integrated learning for grade 11 and 12. There is no project, art integrated project for 11 and 12. That is to be noted. Next, art integrated learning for grade 1 to let me disable chat. It is yeah, is coming in between the screen. Sorry, we will have, later you can just listen to us. Then art integrated learning for grade 1 to 12 as a pedagogic at all. So this is the summary of the circulars issued. And art integrated project should be done in groups of 4 to 5 children in each group. Why it is to be done in group, not an individual activity? It's a collaborative learning activity. The very objective of introducing art integrated project is to make students to learn in collaboration with their classmates, in collaboration with other classes or school or outside the country. Whatever way you can have collaborative learning to enhance to promote collaborative learning, that art integrated project should be done in groups of children. One group should be having maximum 5. If there are 25, 30 children, there should be 6 groups in the classroom, and each group should be given an activity based on which they will be doing it collaboratively. Now next, Mr. Arun, next slide. This is the manual, art integration manual, wherein we have all the details, all the activities, and all details you can find out. You can see it on the CBSE website, or you can simply browse, typing art integration manual, Ek Bharat, Shret Bharat. And this is the reference to rich cultural heritage of India, very detailed. And what is art education? Art education suggestion for schools, what schools are supposed to do. Art integrated learning, that is the future of creative and joyful pedagogy. Art integrated activities, we have exemplars, and art integrated activities in social science and mathematics, science, and all other examples and exemplars are given for your reference. We don't have to worry about what to be done for English, what to be done for business studies, what to be done for other subjects. Everything is listed and suggested in this manner. And now let us see what are the art forms which you can use to integrate in your teaching learning. The next slide will take us to the pairing states, which many were asking. Maybe new schools, they need clear idea about how we have to go about and what are the pairing states. So these are the pairing states, the same as we have done last year. Next slide will give you a more clear idea. Next slide, please. So this is how states are paired in Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat, where the very objective is to learn and understand the arts and cultural heritage of these states. Kerala is paired with Himachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh with Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, and it goes on like that. Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Telangana, Haryana, Rajasthan, Assam, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Odisha. So this is how the states are paired. One more slide is there. The rest of the Goa is paired with the Jharkhand, Delhi, everybody knows, Sikkim. There was a question to which state schools outside India should pair with. The answer is that all the schools outside India come under Delhi region. So if as it comes under Delhi region, we can go ahead with pairing with Sikkim. Delhi is pairing with Sikkim. See, all the schools outside India, they are corresponding with, they are accountable to Delhi region. So they can take the pairing state as Sikkim. But then comes Madhya Pradesh with Manipur and Nagaland, 2 states. Uttar Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya, Bihar, Tripura and Mizoram, Chandigarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Puducherry, Daman and Diu, Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar. So this is our pairing states. And now we will be going to discuss the suggestive art activities which are mentioned in the what do you call art integration manual. So which is very important, because when you choose an activity, there are so many suggested art forms which we have to include, and CBSE has given certain serial numbers to these art forms and subjects, I mean topics. So what are the activities you can take, and what are the subjects that can be integrated, and these are the serial numbers which is based on the different art forms. For example, if we are taking kind of drawing to represent the concept of learning, or if you are taking dance form, if you are taking music, if you're taking any other art form, it has been serialized. It has been given serial numbers, so that this is the data we have to upload in the Kalasetu portal. Arun Mohan, please click on the what do you call link.
Yes, sir.
Now the link is interactive, sir. That in slideshow mode itself it will take. Go up, sir. Go up. Go up. Yes. Next. Yes. This is the annexure 2 of the circular 33, okay, 33 2020, wherein we have listed art activities, suggestive. And you can see the numbers, the serial numbers given. It begins with the 4.11, 4.1.1. These are the activities. You can see the activity, serial number, activity, and suggested topics, that is integrated suggestive topics. So if you look at 4.11, two-dimensional or pictorial activity. So we have to give the number. So for such activities, we have some 13 activities are mentioned. 13 numbers are there. You can see 4.11, 1.1.1, then 2, 3, 4. These are the activity which you can take up, and for these subjects can be integrated in these activities. And there was a question, how to go about activities for grade 1 to 8. Grade 1 to 8 should be interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary activity. For example, if we have 30 children in a classroom, and we are going to give them an assignment, a project work, all the teachers corresponding to that particular classroom should have a discussion with the art teacher, including the art teacher, and decide which topic based on their learning should be given. We have to keep in mind that these students of grade 1 to 8 should be given only one art integrated project, and one art integrated project should have all the other subjects integrated. For example, grade 1, the teachers decide English, from English teacher will give a topic based on their lessons. Suppose they are learning, about what do you call a river. They are learning about a river, a poem, and the teachers decide, okay, in grade 1, the English teacher will give a project for all the subjects. And the projects can be, the name of the topic of the projects can be based on this poem. And it is, a project is to find out more, right? So the English, of course, English comes through the rhyming and, of the poem. And maybe the students may be, asked to write a few more lines about the poem, or they can put it in rhyming words. This is the lower classes. So there comes English. Then the project would should tell us, their imagination, how this river flows, So the students can either draw, they can enact also. They can enact the sound of the, the flow of the, what do you call, the river. And all these arts can be combined. And subjects, when they represent the subjects like, maths, for example, in the poem about the river, the students will find out the length of the river, how long is the river, and the depth of the river, and they can scale it. So it's a kind of finding a project work. So but there comes mathematics. Then we can have science, how this river is, how the river flows, and what are the impact on the the, what do you call, the river and the river beds and all. There comes science, and social also can be integrated. Earlier civilization began on the river banks. These are the references I'm talking about. This for as examples of what do you call interdisciplinary learning. So this we have in lower classes also we teach in our kindergarten. We teach math, science, and other subjects through one single concept. For example, if you take family, teaching family, there is family. We describe family and how many family members. There are 4 or 5 family members. So there is about mathematics. So this is the automatic connection of the different subjects that is integrated in one project. So that is first thing. So when we give one art integrated project to grade 1 to 8, they should have been given only one project, and the student should be directed, helped to connect this project with the other subjects. So there should be reflection of other subjects in the project. But then now, all students may not be good at drawing. Some may be good at singing. Some may be good at acting. Some may be good at dance. Some may be good at other art forms. So how to decide? In a group of 4 to 5 students, based on the project, the students can be assigned. The students themselves can decide. Okay, I will draw for this particular subject. I will draw. Okay, you make a wonderful speech or narrative about the topic. The other guy may, the 2 students may do a role play, and this is how it goes. The group has different, the children have different roles to play, and then we teachers, when we update the data, upload the data, we have to serialize. We have to mention for example, if 30 children have taken part and in 6 groups, so we may have a different, what do you call, serial numbers. That means because in 6 groups means maybe 6 students might have drawn some pictures and all. So what is that activity? What is the number of that activity? So that number we have to choose. How many students? 6 students. What is the next activity done? Drama. So go to this particular reference list, take drama. What is the serial number? Enter there. How many students? This many students. So it goes on like that. If there are 30 students, you have to enter, I think, 6 times, 5 students each. It becomes 30 students in a class. So we'll have a demo about it. So this is how art integrated learning for art integrated project for grade 1 to 8, and grade 9 and 10 we have already discussed. 9 and 10 we will have, each student should make a project each for each subject, and out of the 5 or 6 projects, 1 project should be integrated with the art forms of the pairing stage. Similarly, grade 1 to 8, when they use the art forms for art integrated learning, if they are drawing, if they are comparing, they can use the art forms of the pairing stage. It's very easy. You can, have a documentary wherein we have, project need not be always written because we are in the digital world. You can have project in the form of, presentation with videos, with pictures, with writings and all, and it can be submitted as such. It need not be handwritten. So it goes on like that. Further, we'll have discussion after this, so that we'll have more clarity on this. And let's go to the next. Yes, slideshow mode. And, yeah, next slide, please. Now there is, we have done with art integration, but I know that we have questions, many questions in mind. We will come to that. And now this is, art integration, art education, and art integrated learning. That is the Kalasetu portal, which the school, the coordinators may be uploading the data. The vice principal or any other coordinator may be uploading the data, and this may be helpful for them for for the clarity without any mistake, because this data is mandatory, compulsory for all the schools to upload, so that they will be able to generate the admit card only then. Because after uploading the data, we'll get a reference number, and this reference number we have to use in downloading the admit card. So many questions were asked about the last date for uploading the data. We need not wait for uploading the data. The data can be uploaded now itself, because the data it doesn't say that you have to complete the all the art integrated activity and upload the data. No, the CBSE requires data of your 1-year program, how you have designed your program, and how the students have, are taking part or have taken part, and when you started this project and when you are going to end the project. So that is what is required. When you started the project and when we are expecting to end the project. So that is how it is required. I would like to request Himani to read this circular with regard to Kalasetu portal.
Yes, sir. Arun sir, could you please zoom out? Yes, sir. So do you want me to read from 6.1 to 6.5?
Yes, please.
The required data regarding 1. Implementation of art education up to class 10. 2. Art integrated project up to class 10. And 3. Implementation of art integrated learning up to class 12 are to be uploaded by the school to enable it to download the admit cards for classes 10 and 12 exams of the board. The report format of data submission is available at Annexure 3. The link to upload AE and AIL data will be available at www.cbse.nic.in. The schools may use the same username and password that they have used for registration and filling up of LOC of candidates to access AE and AIL portal meant for data submission. After successful uploading of the AE and AIL data, an AE and AIL confirmation number will be generated, and the schools will be able to download admit cards after filling the AE and AIL confirmation number at the column specified for it. The printout of AE and AIL report submitted is not required to be sent to either regional office or CBSE headquarters. The school may preserve a printout of the same for at least 1 year period for record and reference.
Thank you, Himani, for helping me.
Sir.
Well, Arun sir, please be on the same slide. Yes. So I think it's very clear, and there were questions to upload the project. So please, we have to make it a note that we are not required to upload the project. we are required to upload only the data, what we have done, the name of the project, the topic, and the classes, and number of students, and number of art forms involved. This is what required for CBSE Kalasetu portal, and the point 6.5 tells about the report submitted is not required to be sent to either regional office or CBSE headquarters. We have to upload the reports, get the reference number, confirmation number, use it for downloading admit cards. And these documents should be kept under custody for 1 year in the school for reference and whenever it is demanded to produce. So this is how this circular details how do we go about art integration and uploading the data on the Kalasetu portal. And now we will move ahead with the Kalasetu portal. Next slide will take you to the Kalasetu portal. Please, Mr. Arun Mohan. Yes, here comes the first page of the art education, art integrated learning on Kalasetu portal. This is the portal wherein you have to enter. You have to log in with your affiliation number. The password which the school has used for registering the students at the time of LOC, a list of candidates. When we make the list of candidates, the same credentials you have to use, that login, and it will be taken to the next page. We have 5 parts. The next slide will guide us what are the features of the pages. Yes, part 1, part 2, we have 5 parts here on Kalasetu portal. On the first part, we have to enter the name or the names of art teacher or teachers. Maximum we can have 12 numbers here. That means a school may have maybe 1 art teacher, but you may have other teachers, like art teacher in the sense we always take it as drawing teacher. Maybe there is only 1 or 2 drawing teachers, but there may be other teachers like dance teachers, music teachers, all are counted. So all their information can be given except computer teacher. Computer teacher is not included in art teacher category. So all the other teachers who are teaching, helping in the art forms, maybe enter their details. You can keep adding. There is an add button. Once maybe 12 times. If you have 12 teachers, you have to enter 12 times. After adding, you have to save the page and go to the next page. So there is a very important thing. Once you enter on the part 1, you have to save the data and go to the next page. So here we are going to see part 2, upload arts period information. Now on the first part, we have entered the art teachers details, and here we have to enter the periods allotted to the art education, art integrated learning. So here you can select class, maybe class 1, maybe you have class 1, 1A, division A, but division that facility is not available here. If you have 3 divisions, 3 times you have to enter. Select a class 1, then select the day, which it has reference to the timetable. So class 1A, maybe you can take it as A, is given which day, which period. That is what is required here. So after entering the day, then you have to enter the time slot from maybe 9:30 to 10:15. That is the Monday. You have art education or art integrated learning. You have designed, allotted, and that is for a particular class. So this part 2 is requiring 3 details major: select the class, select day, and time slot which is given to the particular classroom. Part 3, please. Part 3 requires the arts activity which we were talking about as per syllabus performed. That is reference to the art forms and art activities and suggested subjects to integrate. for multi-integration, multi-subject integration. Here we have to select the serial number, which is a reference to the serial number we discussed in the last slide, which is Annex 2 in the circular ACAD 33. The number of students participated. For each class, if you are taking, select the serial number. For example, in a classroom, if the classroom 1, class 1, if so many students have taken part in drama, so you have to choose that particular serial number and number of students participated in particular drama, play, and the class you have to select. This is the requirement of part 3. Then part 4 is telling us about arts integrated activity for classes 1 to 12. This is the activity which you have performed in the classroom. And there is a list of activities that we will see when we have a live demo. You can see the number of activities and which you have given to your classroom based on your subject and the topic you have given. And the last part of the Kalasetu portal requires the project details, the details of arts integrated project, that is select class. And if you have class 1 to 8, you have to give only one subject, but class 9 and 10, you have to give more subject. That means each and every subject they have learned, they are learning. So when selecting each multiple subject, you have to use the control key, press control key and select the multiple subjects. And here you have to enter the duration of the project, that particular project, the the project beginning date and the end date. So these are the requirements of the data to be uploaded on Kalasetu portal. So we have to have this data in hand. Maybe in an Excel sheet, you can collect the data from the teachers and you have to upload accordingly. So when you have, when you start uploading, make sure that each page is saved.
So I think we lost you in between for like 10 seconds.
Really? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay. So let me repeat part 5. Part 5 is the requirement of the project, which is very important for, especially for grade 9 and 10. All the subjects, have given, have been given projects to, to the students, and the students have to do each project for every subject with one of the subjects integrated with the art forms of the pairing stage. And here you can select the multiple subjects by pressing the control key so that you will be able to select the multiple subjects, and you have to select the duration of the project, maybe 2 months project, 3 months project, or 4 months project. It is dependent upon the the assignment given by the teacher. And here we have to enter the beginning of the date. Maybe you can enter, if you have started the project in July or in November, you can enter the beginning of the date, and if it's a 3 months project, you can enter the ending of the date. If the project is not yet complete, also you can enter accordingly. So this is about Kalasetu portal. Now we'll go to see how on a live. I will show you how data can be uploaded. Arun sir, please close the sharing of our screen share. Give me a minute. Let me take you to the website. So we are, is the screen visible, Himani?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now
Very
we are
much.
on the main page of the CBSE website, wherein we'll go to the main website page. Is the next screen has come, or?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And here is Kalasetu. Go
Visible,
to
sir.
Kalasetu. Is that fine now?
Perfect, sir.
Continue. Now here we are in the login page. I have already, saved my school, login credentials. That's how it is showing like this. So you have to enter the affiliation number of the school and the password which you are using for LOC and the, captcha character. Then still, is it fine, Himani ma'am? Are we taken to the art
Yes, sir.
education?
Yes, sir.
Part 1, part 2. This
Yes,
is
sir.
the,
Visible.
this is the slide we have seen. Part 1. Here we have to enter the name of the teacher. That means the art teacher. As discussed, maximum 12 and art teacher's mobile number. After adding one teacher, you have to go to add button. Then you can keep adding up to the maximum number of teachers you have, but maximum 12. But then we save and exit, and we go to part 2. Now I am not entering any data because it will be saved. Here, part 2, we have to upload arts periods information. For example, class 1, and select day, maybe Monday, and time slot. You can select a time slot from which time to which time, maybe 9 to then add next class. You have to add. For example, this may be in my school. This may be class 1A. So after that, I have to add one more class. So I will select again class 1 only. So but it will be reflected in the data. So if there are 3 times entered, grade 1 will be shown. Similarly with the grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, etc. This is how it is. So first part about teacher, second part about the arts period, third part is about the art forms, the number of art forms. Serial numbers are required here. Select serial number, which we have already seen. These all serial numbers refer to different activities and which the students can participate in, and whatever activity number of students and the number of activities we have taken, you have to enter one by one. There is a provision to add on as many as required. For example, if you are choosing 4.1.1.2, number of students participated. This may be two-dimensional activity, and here how many students have participated? Maybe 5 students from your class in this particular project might have participated. But each class may have different art forms they might have done. So accordingly you can, and class also you have to select accordingly. So this is for class 1 to 12. Please make it a note that this activity for class 1 to 12. And after that you have to save and save the data and go for the next one, part 4, wherein we have art integrated activity. So here we have art integrated activity, not about the project we are talking about. We are talking about the art integrated activity which you do in your classroom. In different occasions we might have given art integrated activity like Republic Day. All these you can be mapped and mapped to the curriculum. So you will select the class here, select the activity. Good number of activities are given here. Accordingly, you can select the activity which you have given or you are planning to give, and select the subject for which this particular activity was given, and select the subject. So subject will come once you have given the activity. Enter the topic of the activity you have given. You can keep adding on the classes. Class wise, you have to give the data and save and go to the next one. Next, part 5 requires the project details of classes. So here you can see we have classes only up to 10. So classes only up to 10, that means classes only up to 10 will have project, art integrated project. Grade 11 and 12 will have only art integrated learning. So that's a difference. Here we have classes 1 to 10 and select the class and give, whichever subjects you have given. If you have given more than one subject, you can, keep pressing the control key and select the data accordingly. If you have given 4 subjects, there is 4 subjects in one project, right? That is what you call multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary project. Duration of the project, it was a 2 months project, or 1 month project, or 3 months project. Accordingly, we can enter. Then project began on which month or date. You can select from the calendar the project beginning date and end date, and add data, save and submit. Here is the submit, the last part of the Kalasetu portal. Here we submit and you will get a confirmation number. This confirmation number, you have to save and use it for downloading admit card. This is how. This is all about Kalasetu portal, art integration. Hope we are able to give you at least some idea about art integration, Kalasetu portal. Now there are a few questions. I would like to request Arun Mohan to show these questions. I will exit from the sharing. Yes, Mr. Arun Mohan, please share those questions. And Ms. Himani, please read the questions so that we will be able to. After that, we can have questions from the participants.
Yes, sir. So the first question, it says how to implement art integration in schools outside India. I think they want to ask how to pair the state or union territory for schools outside India.
Yes, that's already answered. I think they all are corresponding with the Delhi region. So they can pair with Sikkim.
Sir, I think second question has also been answered, that whether it should be done individually or in group till standard 10.
All right.
So the third question says art integration topic should be based on what kinds of art materials?
What kinds of art materials? Here materials, does it mean what do you call stationery or art forms? Maybe.
Sir, I think art forms.
Art forms. So we have discussed different, art forms. Whether schools were online, so they could, shoot their video, their audio. They can record their audio, their role play. They can shoot and send. Involving integrating the art forms of the pairing state, etc. Next.
So question number 4 has been beautifully explained, where they're asking the steps to remember for Kalasetu portal. So we have just seen that. Question number 5 also has been answered. If all students are not art lovers, how can we motivate them to show their interest in art? So you have answered that we can
there are different
use other
art forms.
Yeah. Answer. Question number 6 is asking, is art integration compulsory for all subjects?
Art integration compulsory for all subjects. Yes, compulsory in the sense for grade 9 and 10, all subjects should have projects, art integrated projects. So definitely they have to integrate art in it. And grade 1 to 8, they have to have interdisciplinary project. Of course, all subjects will be involved. Grade 11 and 12, it's not compulsory that all subjects should be involved. CBSE is recommending, advising us to use the art integration for easy learning, for easy understanding the concept. So definitely you can see, all teachers have to, maybe they can use art form in their own subjects, and also the suggested activities are there in the annexer too. So that can be also it's not a compulsion, for grade 11 and 12 that you should do, but it is for a pleasant learning, a joyful experiential learning. 7, please, 7.
So this question is based on the logistical issues. They're asking that if, students are there in the boarding schools, how can they, in the limited resources available to them, how can they make an effective art project?
Yes. Well, whatever resources are available in the boarding schools and all, they can use, maybe drawing can be done, maybe they can use the digital platform. There may be different tools which they can use in order to, they can use what you call computer. They can use the computer lessons to animate, to give animation, to make, a story based on what you call the pairing states, culture and all. These are the, ways and means which the schools can utilize the available resources.
Yes, sir. So question number 8, they're asking how many projects are supposed to be done in a year? And are students supposed to write something in the art integration project, or it's basically about drawing and art forms being integrated?
I think this also has been answered, right, in the presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It can be, they have to do grade 1 to 8, we repeat only one project. Grade 9 and 10, all the subjects, one project each. Out of all the subjects, one project should be art integrated with the culture and heritage of the pairing state. That's all. Next, 9.
Yes, sir, has also been answered. They are
Okay.
asking if it is necessary to do art integrated project for 11 and 12, which you've already told us.
All right.
And they're saying, which is the paired state of Kerala this year?
Same, Himachal Pradesh.
Same. So question number 10, again, it's the repetition. I think we can skip that.
Yes.
Then
yes,
again, question number 11, the question has been answered. If it is compulsory or not, I think you have by and large told us that.
Yes.
Arun sir, could you please scroll?
Do we have to upload evidence and video related to art integration? That is question number 12.
Couldn't see.
We don't have to upload evidences. Evidences we have to keep by school's custody for 1 year. Maybe in the digital form or in the physical form, they have to keep. Question number 13, please.
So they're asking, are we supposed to strictly adhere to the activities given by CBSE, stated by CBSE?
Do we need to do only types of activities given by CBSE has given a good number of activities. I don't think there are any other activities are required because there is plenty of activities mentioned. But there is no harm if you bring in other activities also, but it should have a mapping with the curriculum and the objectives.
So for question number 14, I think the latter half you have already explained, but they're asking when to fill Kalasetu.
How we have explained when means at the earliest. Now itself, within this week or next week, you please don't wait for the admit cards time, because sometimes you will be in trouble. Sometimes you're updating, uploading the data may not be successful. In that case, you will not be able to get the confirmation number. Last year it has happened to many schools. They did not get the confirmation number. So there may be some problem with the uploading of the data. They have to upload it and see. If at all any problem persists, is there, then the school has to contact the COE.
So question number 15 is asking if it is compulsory to give art integrated activity based on each and every chapter of all the subjects for primary class students.
Only one art integrated project. So teachers can decide which chapter, which topic to be given. Only thing is they have to map all the other subjects into it.
So then they are asking, question number 16, what is the difference between an integrated project and multidisciplinary project?
Okay, integrated project, here it means art integrated project. Multidisciplinary means wherein we have all the subjects interconnected. So if we have a project on what we have been discussing, on a particular, construction of a bridge, wherein we have the narrative in English, we have the measurement in mathematics, the calculation, the graph all shows then how the construction was made and the scientific, how the bridge, laws and the social science, everything is related in the connected to the all the disciplines. So that is how a project goes. That is meant by that is interdisciplinary project.
So question number 17 is asking if the project has to be submitted in the form of PPT, video, in what form should it be submitted?
Any form, it can be submitted, not to CBSE, it has to be submitted to the school, and the school has to keep in their custody.
Yes, sir. So this is a technical question. If videos are greater than 25 MB, how to upload them on Kalasetu portal?
We don't require any uploading of any videos in Kalasetu portal. We have already seen that only data is required.
So then there's a question which is asking, how is art integration effective in the psychological development of a child?
Well, it is clearly understood, sometimes we say music is a therapy. So art is also a therapy. It can be used for, an easy understanding of the students, cognitive domain, and it is helpful to the cognitive domain. And some of these children with the psychological, issues and their development, for their psychological development, art is the best. That is why, it is suggested, because teaching and learning will become very enjoyable, very pleasant. So it's definitely enhancing their psychological development.
So I think question number 20 has been also explained. So they are asking how to integrate the subject with drawings, paintings, and other stuff. I think you've already explained that. And then question number 21 is also asking about the innovative work that can be given to students, which you have already briefed us about. Question number 22, sir, they're saying, is art integration project mandatory for second language?
It is up to the school to decide whether, we have to go for second language. But in fact, grade 9 and 10, CBSE says all subjects should have a project. Right. Yes. So it is understood that for grade 9 and 10, it is to be given. For grade up to 8, the school can decide.
So question number 23, it's asking how the subject psychology can be integrated with variegated art forms for students of 11th and 12th.
The psychology integration with arts and so psychology means, they are talking about a particular subject, it seems, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So they can, use the psychological, the concept through art forms, maybe through role plays or drama. So I think theater arts will be helpful in this aspect, teaching psychology. For example, cases, they can create case studies, and they can have situational teaching, wherein they will be able to solve the issues, psychological issues. So that is how we can go about. So these are the questions. I think anymore, I think we can ask the participants if there are any more questions. They can raise their hands. We can have a discussion, further discussion. Meantime,
dear participants,
can post the feedback link as well.
It has been already posted. Dear participants, the feedback link and the certificate link are already there in the chat box. If you have any query, kindly virtually raise your hand and we'll call out your names.
Okay, Sanjana Ramachandran, please ask your question. The man, please take care of.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, in part 5, we are being asked to enter the duration of the project. So while uploading the data for class 9 and 10, so should we upload the total duration, since we are doing for each subject, we are doing the project?
One project, each project, what is the duration?
Okay, so
did you get me,
madam?
If you are, suppose you are, first you are giving what do you call, 1 to 8, you have to select multi projects, I mean subjects. But 9 and 10, you may have to select subject wise. Subject 1, then enter the data. 9 and 10, you have to select one subject, enter the data. The beginning date, ending date, and duration. So grade 9 and 10, you have to enter individually, add on. Is
Okay,
it clear?
sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So we have a next question by Miss Neelam. Madam, could you please unmute yourself, Miss Neelam?
Good
Miss
evening,
Neelam?
everybody.
Yeah.
Sir, I have two issues which I want to ask. One is like where we have to put the serial number. It says if one project has more than one activity, then which serial number we have to put? Or separately, for each activity, we have to put again and again.
Madam, you're talking about which class?
Sir, it may be any class. Like serial activity has to be, suppose I give you one example. We are making an art integrated project with the paired state, wherein I have told students to do a dance also, dance form. Then they have to do a role play also in one group, a group of 6, where they have to do a drama also, a dance also. So since you told that we have to enter the number of students, that means I don't enter 6 students. I have to enter those students who are doing dance separately.
Yes,
Dance, grade 9. So dance separately, that means all the group, suppose I have 6 groups. So two students each if they are doing dance. So in total, I have to write 12 students in dance.
correct.
That way. And then those who are doing role play again. So that means I have to again and again submit.
Correct. If there are 30 children and you
Yeah.
may be having 6 groups, 6 times you have to enter. Right.
Okay.
5 students each may be, grouped. And these 5 students, in one group, there are 5 students. 1 student may be doing drawing. So in the other group also, there will be 1 student doing drawing. So accordingly, how many students have drawn? We have had a pictorial representation. So the name, the particular serial number, you can mention number of students. Then go to next activity, next serial number of students. So it goes on like that. You keep adding on. That's how it is.
Thank you, sir. I have one more query.
Yes, please.
That is, like you said, that in grade 9 and 10, they have to do one art integration project separately for each subject. But then in that also, can we have multidisciplinary?
It is advised. It is advised. We can have multidisciplinary project.
Means it is, we have done separate, but then suppose if I give you my example, I have given them a travel brochure in grade 10th. So there I have given that since it is a travel brochure, so it is having English, it is having social science because geographical location, the cuisines, all
It
these things are
automatically comes. Most of the subjects automatically comes. Only thing is students have to, know that I'm applying all these concepts, whatever I have learned.
So then can I enter when the subjects come? Can I select multiple subjects in my English project in grade 10?
Definitely you can enter. Definitely you can enter.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Welcome. Next question, please.
We have Madam Shashikala. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Salam, sir. That was a wonderful session. Thank you for that. My query is, sir, is there any particular time limit, duration, which we are supposed to upload for this project, for 9th and 10th especially?
Madam, we need not wait for, we can upload now. For example, if you have not completed the project, no problem. You have to mention the end date only. You might have started the program, the project, but you can mention when you are going to complete it. That's all. We need not wait for it.
No, sir. I think you didn't get me. Sir, is there any particular time duration limitation that it should be completed within 1 month, 2 months or
It
so?
is up to the school, right? It is up to the teacher. It depends
Okay.
upon what type of project you are giving. Right.
Okay.
If it is 1 month, it's okay. 2 months, it's okay. 3 months, it's okay. Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So up next, we have Miss Tanushri. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, you're
Yeah.
audible.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello.
So, thank you. It was quite informative and it was very nice session. I have one doubt. Sir, since from grade 1 to 8, they have to do only one project, which will be multidisciplinary, all subjects integrated into one project. So 1 to 8 also have to pair the state in the same project, that one project, it's state pairing compulsory for grade 1 to 8?
Yes, madam. That is how it is said. They have to pair, they have to integrate the arts forms of the pairing state in their project. So grade 1 to 8, whatever art forms they are using, they can draw it from, they can borrow it from the pairing state. That is how we also do it. Maybe students are drawing maybe a landscape. They can draw the landscape of that pairing state, particular pairing state. If they are, presenting a narrative, they can use the costume of that particular, pairing state. They come and use the, do the narration. So wearing the costume and all. So you bring in the cultural heritage of that particular. So one project only, but the art forms of that particular pairing state should be integrated. That's how it is.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
Thank
up
you.
next, we have Miss Suhasini. Could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you very much for the very good informative session. And my question is that few children have done already individually than the group. Can it be individual project also? That is pairing of states, Uttarakhand and Karnataka. They have done it individually.
CBSE has clearly said art integrated project should be done in groups of 4 to 5 students.
Okay.
If we have already done individually, you
Yes,
can
sir.
have a collaboration. You can ask the students to collaborate, exchange the
Okay.
project they have done. That they can have kind of integration of art into it, art of the pairing state into, and then they can submit.
Fine. Thank you very much, sir. That's it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Up next, we have Madam Jayashree. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Yes, sir, I have a few points to ask. The first point is for grade 9 and 10, do optional subjects we have to do the art integrated projects? Optional subject.
I think let's keep main subject, the core subjects.
Core subject. That means language 1, language 2, and the core subject. 5 subjects.
Yes.
Okay, so it is not mandatory that optional subject need to do art integrated. Correct, sir?
It's not compulsory, but CBSE says all subjects. It is up to the school. You can go for the main subjects. No harm in it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, next point is that 5 subjects. Sir said all subjects need to do art integrated project, and 1 subject need to integrate with the pairing state. Am I correct, sir?
Yes.
So
yes.
out of 5, only 1 subject, right?
All art integrated projects, but one should be integrated with the art.
1 subject, one subject need to integrate with the pairing state. For example, Kerala with Himachal Pradesh.
Yes.
Now, the third point is science. Science means in our school it is taken physics, chem, bio, 3 different teachers. So as science we have to do only 1 integrated project, integrated project.
Yes, it is general science up to grade
general science. So likewise social science also 1 art integrated project.
Yes.
Correct, sir?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, Sharath.
We have Mr. Sharad. Could you please unmute yourself, sir?
Good evening, everyone. This is Sharad. Salam, sir. I am really very obliged to hear you, sir. You have given a thorough information about art integration project and all. But still, sir, I am little bit confused about 9th and 10th, as you said that each subject will make one project on art integration. So my question is, if I am an English teacher and if I integrate a topic like agriculture, so if I give agriculture as a topic and if I pair it with other state, then if I have to add other subjects also like math, science, geography, or other subjects, then do I need to guide children for that, or those subject teachers to guide the children for that?
Sir, your question is very clear. The thing is that if you are giving a project in English, the main focus should be the what you call English language. Of course, when we have their findings and all, definitely there will be reference to other subjects as well. But we can go subject-wise. It is better if we have other subjects, integrated, multidisciplinary project. But it should be subject-wise, art-integrated project. So you can decide. You can give on agriculture, no issue. There is, the students have to use literature, the linguistic aspects in it mainly. Then, through the art forms and all. There is no harm in connecting to other subjects as well. That is how, CBSE is, recommending us as much as possible connect to other subjects as well.
Correct, sir. And in this matter, sir, definitely the other subject teachers would be also doing the same thing, right?
Yes, definitely. When mathematics is also given, there will be the language aspect. There will be other, science or whatever other subjects are also there. Definitely, it will be getting connected. But the main focus is on the concept which you are, dealing with in your particular subject. That is how we have to take care. The reinforcement of the concept through project, through project work is what is meant for. Right, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bakshi ma'am, for providing me a chance to talk to Salam, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And next.
Up next, we have Mr. S. Radhakrishnan. Sir, could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, sir and ma'am. Thank you,
sir.
Your program is very informative and I keep attending it. Sir, I have only one doubt. Will it be linked to another one, Ek Bharat Ek Shrestha, right? One link is there. Is it both are interconnected, sir?
Which link you are talking about?
There is a portal, no? Ek Bharat Ek Shrestha Bharat. One link is there. There also we have to link to other state for conducting the program.
That is,
project.
That is not about, Kalasetu. It's a vast program of, Indian Ministry of Education, Ek Bharat State Bharat. So wherein, the ministry has paired states for schools and school students to integrate, to get to know the culture and cultural heritage of those particular states. So we have to go to CBSE website as shown and go to click Kalasetu. You will be taken to the portal.
Okay, sir. Thank
not
you.
EBSB.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so that's why I heard that.
Not EBSB.
Both are integrating it. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, and this video will be posted on YouTube. When if you need for reference, you can watch later. Thank you, Radhakrishnan sir. I think you are an active member of our group also. Your subject is social science or you are muted, I think.
So Mr.
Yes, sir. I'm science, sir. Biological science.
Biology science. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Tanushree.
Yes, sir. Up next we have.
Yes, Yeah, sir, I'm sorry, I actually had few other questions, but I got muted and I was not able to unmute again. So my two more doubts I have. First one is, when we are doing pairing with the other state, do the students have to do the project on let's say I am from Telangana. So on Telangana and Haryana both, or Telangana schools have to do projects on Haryana. So I had that confusion.
It's not an entire, entirely you are doing a project on Telangana. We are doing the project on the particular subject. Okay.
All right.
We are doing the project on the particular subject, and we have to see that one project, that means up to grade 10, one project is having integration with the art forms of the pairing stage.
Okay.
So we are making project not on that pairing stage, we are making project on the subject which we allot, which we assign.
Yes.
And
yes.
In the background of that pairing stage.
Yes.
The pairing stage in background for the students to have understanding of the art and culture and heritage of that particular state. That is how it is. Hope the question is answered.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes, it's
right.
clear now. Just one more question.
Yes.
Sir, I was having confusion. It was asked by my art department as well, that they are not very clear about when it comes to art education. I don't know, it's part 3 or 4, I think, where we are entering serial number activities as per the syllabus. And the next part goes where it's not mandatory to be as per the syllabus, but there are integrated, the next page. So I have some confusion between the two because these two look pretty much same to me. The first one where it's as per the syllabus when we are entering serial numbers, and the next one is we are entering the activities like role, play, and dance. So,
yes. So the first one is talking about art education, that is the art project. So the CBSE has given suggestive activities and suggestive art forms and subjects. The next one is referring to the art integrated learning, which is, as a routine classroom activity you have assigned to the students. This part 3 is talking about art integrated project, wherein you have to enter the serial numbers. Part 4 you are talking about is the art integrated learning. What all forms of art you have used in that particular learning and subject. Hope it is clear.
Yes. So on that, one more thing. So let's say the activities which were suggested, which can be integrated with subjects, let's say math, science, and so many other subjects. So the art teacher, because she has the knowledge of the particular activities suggested, so we have to take up the activities and integrate with the subjects, or the subject teachers have to, because they don't know these things. So could you just guide me on this, how to approach it?
Madam, it is clearly mentioned in CBSE circular how to go about it. Class teachers, that means subject teachers in consultation with art teachers, they have to meet and design the project. Then you have to teach the project, I mean the students how to do the project. So the discussion amongst the subject teachers along with the art teacher will decide how to go about the project, what are the subjects to be given, how other subjects can be included, and what are the art forms that can be included. So that is how it is. There should be a communication. It is, since it's a multidisciplinary project, all the subject teachers should meet together and design the project. And it should have been done sometime, back. But now if you have time, you can do it.
Sure, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Up next, we have Madam Shamila. Could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, all. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It was a good session, and you have brought us a good knowledge about Kalasetu portal. My query is, should we provide art integrated projects for skill education subjects too?
Skill education for grade 6 above, right?
Yes, sir. I'm taking from 9th and 10th, IT 442.
There is no harm in giving. There's no harm in giving. CBSE says every subject has to have a project. Right.
Okay.
So you can decide. It is better we do it. All the subjects, clearly it is mentioned, all the subjects should have each, project done.
Actually, we are providing them practicals and project works. Above that, we have to provide this. That is
Same
my
thing,
query.
same thing you can do, but you can integrate art into it. That's all.
Okay.
The same project they can do, but with a art integration. And it is not compulsory that they have to integrate art into that particular subject. I mean, the pairing states to be connected to that particular subject. They can choose any subject. But the teachers have to decide first, then go for it. Right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Up next, we have Madam Sheetal. Could you please unmute yourself?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, I said that while uploading, group of 5 or 6, say, we can upload at a time, but can we do it for all the students of all the sections together, say 120 students at a time for a subject?
You are talking about 5 parts, whether it can be done all together or one by one.
No, part 4. Number of students.
Part 4, you can do as and when you like, you can do. Only thing is when you enter, you have to save and exit. Next time you can come and add on it. Okay. And you have to enter all the students.
Okay, sir.
All the students in your class. Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more doubt. Most of the codes that are mentioned in the circular, for example, say 4.1.1, 4.1.1 is there, but 4.1.1.1, it is not appearing. Many codes are like that.
In the Kalasetu portal?
Yes.
Okay, it didn't come to my notice. I will check. 4.1.1.1.
Then 4.1.1.2 means I think they are the subcodes. Subcodes we are not able to see. Only the main code we are able to see. The starting one, 4.1.1 we can see. So like this, we are facing problem in giving the codes.
So far, nobody has reported. I will check, and I don't know what is the problem. Let me check now. Also. Now, meanwhile, we can go to the next questions.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, up next we have Mr. Tarun Varman. Could you please unmute yourself, sir?
A very good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sir, we had for middle school we selected the like given us a 4154 participating study visits to museum, botanical gardens like that. So already we had taken for the botanical garden and zoological garden and all. So we have to keep the data of that photographs and all for the that means we did already. Under physical mode also we took some because of that brochure type document making upon that like that.
What is your question?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. What is your question?
That 4154 we have selected for 6th and 7th classes, sir.
No problem.
So that evidence we have to keep in the office, no, sir. Already we are doing.
Yes. Whatever activity we do, we can keep the evidence. We have to keep.
So that study visit and all, no, sir. Botanical gardens, zoological park. As a
yes,
visit
you have to have evidence. You can have pictures, videos, and all.
We had already. So that pictures enough for sir for the keeping data maintained.
It should be in the form of a project where these pictures will be supporting the, what do you call the writing?
Yes. We divided in the classes for the 2-3 groups. So some we took for botanical garden, the study here. Some children did the brochure type. What we connected to the project work.
Yes.
Is it sufficient for middle class children, middle class school children? No, sir.
Yes, they have to have, they have to have one project with that particular subject with the maximum exposure and exploration. They have to explore further. That's the objective of the project. So whatever extended activity is there, you can give, no issue. You can keep the data with you for verification. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, up next we have P. Manjuri. Could you please unmute yourself?
And Himani ma'am, before somebody was asking about the serial
Yes.
numbers. I think all
Madam
the serial
Sheetal.
numbers I can see here,
Yes,
starting
yes.
with the point 4.1.1.1. Then all are there up to 13. All are there.
Madam Sheetal, if you have any more query regarding this, you could raise your hand virtually. Yeah.
Okay,
And
next.
please unmute yourself. Sir, I think Madam Sheetal is here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Then again, we will try. But a few days ago, when we were trying, no, we were not getting those codes. Thank you so much.
Which serial number you are talking about, ma'am?
Sir, say 4.1.1.1.2, 3, like that. 3.1.
It is 4.1.1 is there, 10 is there, 12, 11, 13.
Sir, after 4, 3.1 are there.
4.1.1.2 is there, 1.3 is there. All
No,
are
sir.
there.
In the codes, it is mentioned, the circular is with me. Say 4.1.1.1.1.
1 point, again 1.
Yes. In circular, it is there, but here we are not getting.
Yes, okay. We will check that.
Okay.
We will check.
Okay, thank you so
Sheetal
much.
ma'am, you can
Please
put this
send me a
point in the
mail.
feedback form
Please send me a
also.
mail, or you can directly send a mail to Pragya M. There is a email given in the circular. Pragya M, yes, Pragya madam. Pragya M, Pragya Singh ma'am is in charge of the art integration activity. She is in charge of it. We can directly write to her. If there is any problem with it, we can directly write to her.
Okay,
It is
thank
there
you.
in the circular. Yes, ma'am. You can write to me also. We will check this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, up next we have P. Manjuri. Could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
I'm Manjuri from Sharjah Indian School, sir. I have a doubt in part 3, enrichment activity. Each grade, I have to upload subject wise, or all subject, one subject is enough for each grade?
You are talking about
enrichment activity, sir.
Enrichment activity, part 3.
Yes, part 3.
Part 3 with the serial number, right?
Yes, serial code number. As Sheetal ma'am said, only the 5-digit codes are not there. Only the 4-digit codes are there. 5-digit
codes are also there. 5 digits codes, 5, I mean 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
3 are there. Only till 3 are 3.
Yes.
13 is there, sir. After
Yes.
that, codes are not there. And
Yes.
when I'm choosing the same, it is showing the duplicate entry. When I'm choosing the code, again for other subject, it's showing the duplicate entry.
This problem we will check with the CBSE, because it's all about the portal, which we did not come across last year. Let us check with the CBSE and we'll get back to you.
So this is each grade 1, if I'm choosing, all the subjects I have to do, or otherwise only one subject is enough.
You're talking about grade 1 to 8.
Yeah, grade 1 to 8, sir.
Grade 1 to 8, you have to do only one project, madam, irrespective of subject.
This is enrichment activity, sir. The project is a part 5. This is an activity based.
Yes.
So only one activity is enough.
You're talking about the project, the details you have to give, whatever art forms you have taken now.
Yes, sir. The art forms, that is part 3. This is a part 4. That is, this is part 3, enrichment activity related to the subject.
Yes, madam. The same thing. Arts activity as per syllabus performed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, we are giving one project to grade 1 to 8, and how this project was done. What are the art forms included in that project? That is how. That is what we have to mention here.
Yes, that code we have to mention. That
yes,
code.
yes.
So only one subject is enough.
one subject in the sense, one project
Linked
is
with the
there.
different subjects.
Yes,
Linked
yes,
with the
yes.
different subjects.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I understood. Means one activity.
Yes, one activity.
Okay, I understood, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
One topic, not one
Yes,
activity, one topic, but different activities and their serial numbers.
Yes, yes, yes. I
The
understood.
serial
Thank you
numbers
so much.
refers to the activity. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes,
Next.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Dear educators, any query regarding the technical glitch of Kalasetu portal can be conveyed to us through the feedback form. The link has been shared with you people in the chat box. Sir, up next we have Madam Aisha. Could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My doubt is with higher secondary classes, 11th and 12th, art integrated learning. How to do that, sir? I mean, with all subjects, we want to do something related with art. Is a write-up is needed for that?
Madam, there is no write-up required because there is no project involved. This is to make their learning very easy. You can teach them through art forms. That is what is mentioned. Grade 11 and 12, you can have art integrated learning. Students can learn through art, teachers can teach through art, and there is no project required for grade 11 and 12. There is no writing required. Right? All right. Madam, are you there? Yes, next question.
Yes, sir. So next question we have from Madam Srividya. Could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Nice session, sir. Actually, we have done this, sir. In our school, we have completed this art integrated project. Like assignments, everything we have completed so far. As Sheetal ma'am said, that activity is not updated, sir. It is only the last year's annexure 2 was there. I too also have a doubt only in that to whom we need to inform this. The annexure 2 is not updated in the Kalasetu portal.
This matter will bring to their attention. We can also you can also write to Pragya ma'am.
Okay.
Pragya at cbse.gov.in.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. And
All
one more,
thank you.
doubt, sir. Actually, this states were given last year itself. The same states. It is not yet differed or it is not changed. Last year also the same states they are over there. That is also not updated. Or it is
we were asked to go for the same pairing states this year.
okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. These are the two.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I think Madam Aisha has raised her hand.
Aisha Bint, yes.
Query. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Nobody asked, ma'am. I got the chance.
All right, all right. She has cleared, yes, yes. Thank you. Any more questions?
Educators, if you have any more questions, you could raise your hand virtually. So I think we are done for the evening.
Yes, hope.
With the question.
Okay.
No, sir, we have a question.
One question from Jinumol. Jinumol, please unmute it.
Yes, please unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Sir, my query is, I already done an active project work based on my lesson. I'm an English teacher and I already done an activity based on a poem, but it was not based on this. I can't consider connect it with the past state. Okay, I already done it. My children already done it. Is it essential to change that work? And it is essential to do
which
another
class,
activity.
madam? Which class?
Class 10 and
Class
9.
10. So if you have already completed, you can ask your other subject teachers to integrate the art forms of the pairing stage.
Oh, okay. I already done it. In other teachers want to do it as a pair stage.
Any one project should be integrated with the art forms of the pairing stage. Any one subject.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Dear
yes,
educators,
I think we have come to the end of the session. Any
so
more?
we have some questions trickling in. The subject is the favorite amongst educators. Mr. Shoaib, could you please unmute yourself?
Thank you very much, dear educators. Sorry, actually, I joined a little bit late. I just want the link of the channel, YouTube channel, from where I can get your guidance. That's my query only, ma'am.
I'll share the link of the YouTube channel, sir.
Okay,
You can
thanks
go
a
to
lot.
YouTube and search Bharat Sahodaya, and you'll be able to view the channel.
Bharat?
Bharat Sahodaya. I'll share the link, sir. I'll share the link.
Oh, okay, thanks a lot. No other question.
Thank
All right, thank you.
We have one more question. Thank you
Samina.
so much for your patience. Ma'am Samina, could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Samina ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Ma'am, I think there's a technical glitch at your end, Samina ma'am. So meanwhile, can we take a question of another educator, Bindu
Yes,
Hari? Yes.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
Very
Bindu
thankful
ma'am.
for very
Bindu ma'am, you
thankful.
are the Malayalam.
Yes, sir. Malayalam
Okay,
teacher.
okay. Sharjah.
Dubai. Sir,
Dubai,
I don't
okay.
have any question. By mistakenly, I had just touched.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, ma'am. Thank you for participating.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Do we have a Samina ma'am?
Samina ma'am is trying, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir, just now you told that we select one topic and all the subject teacher and art teacher should sit together and discuss over that topic. Now, then integrate it. But now, like, suppose we have to choose the same topic. Suppose you have.
Your connectivity is not strong, I think.
Ma'am, you can type your question in
Yes,
the
type,
chat
please
box.
type.
Sir,
So,
one more question
yes.
we have.
Samina ma'am, please type in the chat box your question because you are not properly audible. We'll have a question from Tohin ma'am, Tohin Bhattacharya.
Yes, Mr. Tohin, could you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
This is Tuhin Bhattacharya from Amity International School. I am the teacher also in Amity, and I teach 11th and 12th and 9th onwards also. So I also integrated the art in my subject also. Sir, as I just want to know about the class 11th and 12th. Is there any? I already integrated the art with the Madhubani, like Rajasthani art, which is in the that Radha Banithani. So I related that artwork in my with my children with the folk art and the things also related in that part, particular in the CBSE is mentioned. So is it okay, or can I do it more things to the children also in the art integration?
It is definitely an excellent what do you call work from you to integrate as much as possible and making learning through art also. It is going to be very interesting. So appreciation to you first, and also please go ahead with your work, which is very good for the students to remember the concept. There is no what do you call a restriction in integrating art through your learning, your teaching. So please go ahead, sir. The students will be liking it a lot.
Even sir, I just created some video also with them, and some of the artwork made by them also, and I just told them to how to speak about that artwork in their own language, and they do it well also. Just I just
Excellent,
want to, sir, I just clarify my point of view also, that can I do more things, or I can assure that this is the I don't think this is the limit. We can do more and more in
Yes, sir.
integrated in art also.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are talking about grade 11 and 12, right? Hello, Tohin, sir.
Actually, I am muted, sir.
Yes. You are talking about grade 11 and 12, right?
Yes, sir. Grade 11 and 12, sir.
Yes, I think now it is time for examination. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, so we can focus on their exam now. Maybe next year you can go ahead with lots
Sir,
of
actually,
other
I that's
activities.
why I finished that the work in earlier in time
Very good, sir. Very
in
good.
the first time around the work.
Yes.
So I just keep it. I thought that it is during the board time they don't have the time to do that work.
Yes,
So I
yes.
just complete the work around almost August in September onwards that time.
Very
So
good, sir. Very good.
so I just want to, sir, for the next session, I just prepared about my next session preparation. So can I do more thing in because now the online is over and we have to go for the online offline version. So
Yes.
in offline version we have to create some thing more. I think we can do more thing related to the art integration work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please involve other subjects also, other subject teachers also into it, as
Yes,
much
sir.
as possible, so that
Yes, sir.
students will like the learning part, which is very interesting and enjoyable. So
Even sir,
please plan it for next session. Yes.
yes, sir. Even sir, in my subject has also in the CBSE as a fine art painting as a subject will be there. So
Yes.
I also want that this thing also related to the art field also.
Yes,
Not
sir.
only it is not bounded in the particular field. It is also related to all other field also, and even our field also. We have to relate our field, include the other fields.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are rightly, sir. Slowly bring it, map it with. You can help other subjects also, being fine arts and all. You can help other subjects also to have art integrated learning activities. Okay, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you
Thank
one more,
you.
sir. And one more time, you always help me, sir. And I I always chat with you in WhatsApp time.
Yes, yes. I realize. I understand. Talking. Yes, I know. I know. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Again, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Please. And next we have Shashikala.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, I was not having any query. Only my request, sir, if you could make one more session like this by showing some samples of how to take up the work. Because after going through all the session, I understood that everybody is having still a query in their mind. So if one sample video or session like this by showing some particular examples exactly for each subject, that would be more helpful, ma'am.
We will try, ma'am. Actually, we have done art integration for different subjects which are available on our YouTube. It's available for Hindi, English, Malayalam, all subjects we have done, most of the subjects. These videos are available on YouTube. Even lesson-wise, we have, integrated art and shown. Still, we will plan for next session, next year.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shashikala, ma'am. And any
Sir,
other?
yes, sir. In the chats, I felt there were some questions. Thank you for your patience, sir. You've been
No
patient
problem, no
answering all the questions. Sir, somebody has asked if art integration is important for physical education.
For physical education, also art integration can be done, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is important. They can do it.
And sir, there was a question where
dance is physical education only.
Yes, sir. So there was a question where somebody has said that they have probably feeded all the details on the Kalasetu portal without completing the subparts. So can they edit it? Is there any provision to
We can edit
the
until
entry?
we submit. We can edit until we submit. There is a last part. Submit part is there. Before that, we can edit.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. So there's a question of topics. Someone has asked, how can they get to know more about the upcoming sessions? Sir, if you're speaking, I think we can't hear you. You have probably muted yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Upcoming sessions, all we have, we have been mailing and we have our WhatsApp groups. We have our, Facebook page. You can keep watching our Facebook page. If you are not in our WhatsApp group, you can join us. And also we have, the Telegram group also. All the updates comes about CBSE, all the updates about job opportunities, all the update about Sahodaya programs, they have been posted in our Telegram group. So please visit our Telegram group, and hope we will be able to share the link with you. Can I send the link with you, Srimani ma'am, now?
Yes, sir.
You
yes,
have
sir.
the. Have you joined the Telegram group?
So I am not on Telegram. Sorry, but you can share the link
Yes,
with me.
yes. I will share the link now, so that you
Arun
know.
Mohan sir has shared the link for Facebook and
Okay,
YouTube.
okay. And Arun Mohan sir, you have the Telegram link also?
No, sir.
I will send now. I will send to you now, so that you can post it.
So teachers have also requested for the WhatsApp group link as well.
WhatsApp group, we are admitting through, you know, sorry, we are admitting through registration only. Registration link may be posted. I can give you the registration link, because, you know, when we share the link, so many people, I have, you know, I was taken aback by one teacher joining 49 groups, 49 times. So, you know, making me create more and more groups. And so I crossed creating 100 groups, more than 100 groups. So I stopped that. I cannot manage more than 100. That's why we are admitting, you know, participants through registration. Registration form is shared with Arun Mohan sir now. Arun Mohan sir, please post this also in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think we have, you know, tried to help our educators in whichever way we could. So thank you so much. Himani ma'am, you can wind up.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions in the chat box?
Dear educators, if you have any more questions, you can raise your hand virtually. Salam sir is here to help out. So I think you have patiently, patiently answered so many questions. Yes, sir. We have one more question.
Good evening, sir. Yes, good evening, sir. I have one inquiry only, that I feel that feedback form, but I am from Oman. How I pay that for certificate? Because in India, I don't have link for pay for the certificate. Please let me know how I pay for the certificate this session.
You can get it done through somebody else now. You can send it to your family, relatives, friends, and all. You know.
That feedback link I have to send to my family members, or what?
Yes, they can send it. They can pay it. Actually, Mr. Biju S. Pillai is in charge of it. He's not there.
Okay.
You can make the payment and just enter the payment, you know, reference number in the form. That's all.
Yes, I see that, but I don't have the payment number. That's why
we can do
I
it later.
Don't
This
feel that.
link is permanent, can be done at
This
any
link
time.
This link is available in our email, sir.
Yes. No, you have to save the link.
Thanks a lot, and you
Save
have,
the
but
link,
when I am copying, na, it is not coming that.
You can copy, you can paste it, you can save it in your computer, you can save it in
I try, sir, but it is not copying.
No
That's
problem.
why I raise hand.
Have you registered for this program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, then you will get the link. No problem. We will send you.
Okay.
Through your email.
Thanks a lot, sir. Your session is very informative. Always I attend your webinars all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
very
you for
appreciate your work, sir.
Thank you for your support, ma'am. Thank you. We have one more question, Khadija.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Madam Khatija, could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
It was actually excellent and very informative. In fact, I'm attending for the first time this program.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
And then my queries regarding, I have done the payment because I'm from Doha, Qatar. I'm working here. But then I have asked my husband to do the payment. It's done. So how will I know that? I have put that some number also, but I'm not very sure with the 0 or O. So payment through Google Pay, I think so. And then I would like to register also by paying some 200 or 2000, both the payments are there.
Madam, you send me a WhatsApp message, you will be able to help me.
Okay. Your number because it was some Mr. Biju or somebody, yes. Some name. to
I
Mr.
will put
Biju.
my
It has
number.
been
I have,
yes.
7736781755.
I'll just register. I'll just note it in my mobile. Could you please repeat, sir?
6781755. It is posted. You can get in touch with me. No issue.
Fine. And because even I would like to do the registration also.
Yes,
that
yes.
live
We'll talk. We'll talk.
But
No
in
problem.
that things are given that we have to. There are so many queries. Is it a must? It can be from any country, no, sir. It may not
Yes,
be from
yes. It
India.
can be from any country. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, Himani ma'am, we can wind up.
Yes, sir. So first of all, I have to say a big thank you to you for your patience.
Another question is there, Jita, Mol,
Yes,
Sankita. Two more
I'll
questions. We can take no problem. No, they have got.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Dear educators, if you have any query, you may raise your hand virtually. I'll unmute you. So I think we are done for the evening so far. Yes, sir.
Please wind up. Yes, yes.
I would like to extend our gratefulness and appreciation to Dr. Abdul Salam, sir, for broadening our horizons and regaling us with boundless discourse. I'm sure each one of us will apply this valuable information that we have received today with innovative ideas in our teaching modus operandi. Dear participants, kindly note the link for certificate and feedback form has been already posted. You're requested to fill up the form with all the necessary details. I, Himani Bakshi, along with the CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex, would like to once again express our deepest gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam, sir, for his gracious presence and an enriching experience. Also, thank you, sir, for your magnanimous support and guidance and this great opportunity. Also, a big thank you to the technical team, Arun Mohan sir and Arafat sir, for a flawless execution of today's session. And most importantly, thank you a million times to all the participants for their enthusiasm. I sincerely hope we earned the privilege of your time. Over to you, Salam sir.
Thank you, Himani ma'am. Himani ma'am, actually, your patience is to be appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
learning from
helping
you.
us. Yeah. So every time when I, ask you whether you can be a part of, our session, you readily, accept and you extend your help. So on behalf of all the participants here and all the community members of Bharat Sahodaya and BTAC, we extend our sincere gratitude and thanks to Himani ma'am. In fact, I could see many participants are also appreciating your efforts, your patience and all. So thank you so much, Himani ma'am. You have already become a part of the entire family. So your service is, really very valuable to each and everyone. And also at the same time, we cannot, forget Arun Mohan sir for his, wonderful efforts to bring more and more innovations in the form of videos and all. So thank you, Arun Mohan sir, for your support and all the educators who have joined. If you have any queries, you please be in touch with us through the WhatsApp, platform we have as BTAC community. So thank you so much, each and everyone. Thank you for your encouragement, your appreciation, your participation, your support, your cooperation. Hope this session could, could ring out all the darkness from, all the doubts and concerns. And still, those things we will definitely, get in touch with Bhagya ma'am, and we will do the needful. So thank you so much for your valuable support. And one more thing, this link, Himani ma'am, please post the link once again for feedback. This is a permanent link. Participants can use this link at any time for all the sessions. There is only one link for all the sessions. So thank you so much. And we will be uploading this video very soon on the YouTube channel. So, Himani ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
To all.
Always giving us opportunity and trusting us, sir. You are so
you.
down to earth, always helpful, sir. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be a part of CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
honor,
everyone.
Sir. Thank you.
Have a good
Good night,
night.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.